So the new Nissan Z is starting to roll out to new dealerships, but what really makes this car so unique and such a enthusiast driven car? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 reasons why the new Nissan Z is probably one of the last driver enthusiast cars. The first and probably the most obvious one is the style of the car. Most of you probably already know, but they redesigned the new Nissan Z after the old 240, 280, all the picture here. So you can kind of see the resemblance. And the 3 main places that you can definitely see it is the headlights, the taillights, and where that Z logo is on the quarter panel. You have that nice silver strip going across the top to kind of split up the roof and the body of the car. And probably the most important thing about the styling alone that makes this car an enthusiast car is the wheels, especially on the Proto Z that just came out and is rolling out the dealerships. They have those bronze wheels that are rays, and if you don't know what rays are, it is an aftermarket manufacturer company for wheels that are very well known in the automotive space. And number 2 is going to be the fact that you have the option to have either a 6-speed manual transmission or an automatic. Now I know most of you guys that are out here looking for these type of cars are probably going to be looking for a manual, in which I haven't driven one, but I have spoken to someone that does work for Nissan and was a part of designing the Nissan Z. Per his perspective, 10 out of 10 transmission. But the reason I think this is such a game changer is because when Toyota came out with the Supra, they didn't offer a manual transmission. It was solely automatic with paddle shifter. In theory, with the way our world is going, paddle shifters, automatics are becoming more and more common, and we're starting to weed out the manuals. But Nissan stayed true to the manual and kept it in there so that we could have the option for us car enthusiasts and just people that just love to shift gears. And of course, since Nissan announced originally that the Z was coming out with a manual, Toyota had to follow it up and offer a manual option in the Supra as well. But I will say I'm not the biggest fan of the way the automatic transmission is due to the fact of the gear shifter. I know it's a silly thing, it's an electric gear shifter, you pull it down, push it forward, all that stuff. From a car enthusiast perspective, all I see is failures to happen. And that brings us to the 3rd one, which is the engine. So coming equipped in the new Nissan Z is a 3.0 liter twin turbo setup, which is a V6. Now if you don't know engine codes, that is a VR30DD-TT. Sounds weird, I know. But this isn't the first time we're seeing this engine platform inside of one of Nissan's cars. As you know, Infiniti is a part of Nissan, so the Q60 that they came out with, the Red Sport, is the same exact motor, so the 3.0 twin turbo, and they showed about the same power options, so relatively the new Nissan Z and the Q60 are almost the same car. Now this 3.0 liter is going to be pushing out about 400 horsepower from what Nissan says. Now I've seen it from YouTubers that are showing about 380 to mid 390s, but that could also depend on the dyno they're using. But the torque on these are coming in about 350 foot-pounds of torque, which the horsepower is about 68 more horsepower than the 370Z and about 80 foot-pounds of torque more than the 370Z. Now I know a lot of you may be curious, but the Z's 0 to 60 time is about 4 seconds, which isn't crazy, but the capabilities of this car are a lot better than majority of newer cars out there. But per Nissan, the top speed of the new Nissan Z will govern out about 155. Now with all that being said, the new 400Z is quite an incredible car, but I will say the one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of is the price point. So Nissan says it's $100 per horsepower. The new Nissan Z makes 400 horsepower, so that sets the base model price point, and I said base model price point, at 40 grand. Now I know technology and a lot better suspension components, stuff like that, can play a lot into what the price point ends up being. In my personal opinion, if we're shooting for a driver enthusiast as the consumer, I feel like they could have cut a few more corners to make the price point of the new Z come down a little bit, because most car guys and people that are into enthusiast cars like this are just average human beings. So personally, that would be my only complaint, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and if you did like this video, go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss the next time we upload. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.